we have an expectation that we vet the developers and the employees in general that we have in our companies, especially the ones who write source code, since that is what many of our companies are based on, generates revenue, and can also pose risk. I know that when we hire engineers at Manifest, we put them through a rigorous process, not just for how good of developers they are, but also we run background checks, we do profiling, etc. Um, if you vet your developers to make sure that they can be trustworthy and they're not going to run away with your source code or they don't have other affiliations, doesn't make sense that we should be assessing anyone who touches the source code that runs in our products, right? So those open source contributors that get it, those source code gets into our platforms again based on our open source packages that we pull in as we're writing code, or from the third party technology. If I'm buying a Cisco product, there's open source in there, right? Cisco doesn't write all the software that goes in their products. So how much do I trust all the software that I'm putting in my environment that Cisco has written or aggregated? And so there's a big blind spot, right? We If source code is so sensitive and we treat it as intellectual property and confidential and trade secrets, we have a big gap in terms of how much we actually trust and vet people who are writing source code that are running in our critical systems and handling our sensitive data.